The soft glow of twilight always carried an air of mystery, but for those who knew where to look, it was a prelude to legends waiting to be reborn. In the underbelly of a world where ancient echoes met modern whispers, there existed a tale that refused to fade, a tale that wove itself into the fabric of both myth and reality. For countless fans and weary wanderers alike, the legacy of Hollow Knight was an ever-present, stirring call. Now, as murmurs of Hollow Knight, Silksong swirled through the corridors of the gaming world, that call was amplified into a resounding cry of anticipation. I still remember the first time I heard the name Silksong. It wasn't just a title, it was a promise, a pledge of something grander than what had come before. In a world awash with sequels that merely echoed their predecessors, Hollow Knight, Silksong was poised to break that cycle. It was as if the spirit of Hallownest, long thought to be a relic of a forgotten time, was reawakening, infused with fresh purpose and vibrant energy. For me, the excitement wasn't solely about another game release. It was about embracing the evolution of an art form that had already redefined the boundaries of indie storytelling. The hollow corridors, the resonant silence between distant whispers, the grandeur of meticulously crafted hand-drawn art, all of it had resonated deeply with a community hungry for immersive narratives. Now, as the announcements hinted at a new era, the anticipation was nothing short of electrifying. The journey began in a dimly lit room, cluttered with memorabilia from previous adventures, a shrine to the passion of indie gaming. Amidst the relics of yesteryear, the news broke. During the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, Hollow Knight, Silksong had made a brief, tantalizing appearance. In that fleeting moment, as the screen flickered with glimpses of silk-woven aesthetics and foreboding landscapes, the gaming community collectively held its breath. The announcement wasn't just an update. It was an overture, a sonorous note in the symphony of anticipation that promised something both familiar and daringly new. This appearance, as brief as it was, carried with it layers of meaning. It wasn't merely a confirmation of the game's existence. It was a statement of intent. The brief flash of imagery spoke to fans in a language only understood by those who had journeyed through the labyrinthine depths of Hallownest. It hinted at a world that had expanded, that had grown even more mysterious and intricate, beckoning players to lose themselves once again in its artful embrace. To fully grasp the impact of Silksong's reawakening, one must first understand the legacy of its predecessor. Hollow Knight wasn't just a game. It was an odyssey of solitude, a poetic exploration of decay and redemption. In the silent corridors of Hallownest, every creaking floorboard and every echoing footstep told a story. It was a world built on the interplay of light and darkness, where beauty and sorrow intertwined seamlessly. The characters, etched in memory and lore, were as much a part of the landscape as the ancient architecture itself. As fans, we weren't merely observers. We were participants in a grand narrative that spanned the boundaries of art and emotion. The knight, a silent wanderer draped in mystery, became an avatar of our own journeys, a symbol of resilience against overwhelming odds. And now, with the arrival of Silksong, it seemed that this symbolic pilgrimage was far from over. Instead, it was about to embark on a new trajectory, one that promised to be even more profound and intricately woven. At the heart of Silksong's promise lies a new protagonist, one whose very name resonates with the delicate balance of grace and determination. The transformation from the stoic knight to the vibrant heroine of Silksong marked a turning point, a bold step into a narrative replete with new mysteries, challenges, and untold stories. For longtime fans, this wasn't merely a gender swap or a cosmetic change. It was an evolution of storytelling. It was an invitation to explore the world through fresh eyes, to confront a new array of adversaries and allies, and to reimagine the endless possibilities that lay hidden within the ancient ruins. In the brief announcement, the imagery conveyed more than just aesthetics. It painted an emotional landscape. The interplay of shadow and light, the texture of silken threads intermingled with echoes of forgotten lore, all combined to evoke a sense of awe. There was a whisper of danger, a hint of beauty, and above all, a promise that every step forward in this new world would unveil deeper layers of mystery. The direct reveal during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct wasn't a solitary moment. It was a crescendo of collective hope. Viewers around the globe, from seasoned gamers to curious newcomers, found themselves united in that shared instant of revelation. The game's appearance, though brief, stirred a torrent of speculation and excitement across forums, social media platforms, and community chats. Each pixel of the teaser was dissected, analyzed, and celebrated. Was it merely a teaser, or did it hint at deeper gameplay mechanics, richer narratives, or even a transformation of the very fabric of the game's universe? I recall scrolling through countless discussions, each one echoing the same sentiment: a hunger for more detail, a longing to understand how this new chapter would build upon the foundations of its predecessor. The discussion wasn't limited to mere aesthetics or gameplay. It was about the emotional resonance, the narrative depth, and the artistic vision that promised to carry Hollow Knight's legacy forward. In that digital space, every theory was born, every speculation was nurtured, and every hope was shared as if we were all co-authors of this unfolding epic. As the news continued to ripple through the community, further details emerged regarding the game's release window. Insights from respected outlets hinted at a launch period that would not only honor the legacy of Hollow Knight, but also signal a new dawn for the franchise. The notion of timing, the precise moment when anticipation would finally give way to tangible reality, became a subject of fervent discussion. For many, the launch window wasn't just a date on a calendar. It was a marker of destiny, the moment when dreams and digital artistry would merge into one unforgettable experience. In many ways, this launch window was more than a mere logistical detail. It was a beacon of promise. It assured fans that the creative minds behind Silksong were not only aware of the legacy they were inheriting, but were also committed to expanding it in ways that would challenge conventions and redefine expectations. Every delay, every detail, was part of a larger narrative, a narrative that celebrated the artistry of game development as much as it honored the spirit of the original creation. For me, and for countless others who had grown up with the echoes of Hallownest, Silksong wasn't just another game. It was a return to a home we'd long cherished. It was an opportunity to dive back into a world where every shadow held a secret and every corner was steeped in history. The community's response was a tapestry of emotions, interwoven with nostalgia, excitement, and a palpable sense of unity. In the hushed tones of online debates and the exuberant declarations of fan art, one could sense a collective heartbeat, a shared yearning to witness the rebirth of a legend. This fervor wasn't born in isolation. It was nurtured by years of dedication, by the countless hours spent exploring the depths of Hallownest, and by the unspoken promise that every ending was simply the precursor to a new beginning. Silksong was set to be that new beginning, a chapter that would both honor the past and boldly forge a path into the unknown. As the night deepened and the digital chatter reached a fever pitch, I found myself sitting before my camera, ready to share my thoughts with the world. In the soft glow of my recording setup, I began to narrate the unfolding saga, a tale that was as much about the game as it was about the journey of every gamer who had ever dared to dream. With every word, I tried to capture not just the facts of the announcement, but the raw emotion that pulsed beneath the surface. I spoke of ancient ruins and forgotten lore, of silent heroes and the whispered legends that echoed in the corridors of our memories. I invited my audience to imagine themselves once again as travelers in a world where every step was a story, every decision a brushstroke on the vast canvas of destiny. It was more than a review. It was a call to adventure, a rallying cry to embrace the unknown and to celebrate the spirit of discovery that had defined Hollow Knight from its inception. And so, as the first hints of dawn began to chase away the remnants of night, the promise of Hollow Knight, Silksong stood as a luminous beacon on the horizon. It was a promise that spoke of rebirth and renewal, a declaration that even in a world fraught with uncertainty, legends never truly die, they evolve. With every whispered rumor and every tantalizing teaser, the narrative grew richer, the stakes higher, and the collective heartbeat of the community stronger than ever. The anticipation was not just for the game itself, but for the myriad stories that would unfold as players delved into its mysteries. It was a promise of unforgettable journeys, of challenges that would test our mettle, and of moments of quiet introspection that reminded us why we had fallen in love with this art form in the first place. It was the dawn of a new era, a renaissance of creativity, passion, and unyielding hope. In this first part, we've set the stage, the spark that ignited the conversation around Hollow Knight, Silksong, the homage to its storied past, and the communal heartbeat that has kept the legend alive. We've seen how a fleeting glimpse during a high-profile reveal can awaken a dormant spirit, uniting fans in a shared dream. I hope you enjoyed this opening chapter. In Part 2, we dive deeper into the lore, explore the mysteries hinted at in the brief teaser, and examine the implications of the launch window details that promise to shape the game's future.